Patreon Q&A number 84. I want to thank all 128 of my amazing patrons. Guys, I can't thank you enough for continuing to support me despite all of the current obstacles in our life right now. So thank you again. And to everyone else listening, there's going to be spoilers in these questions and answers, so tread carefully. Joe D asks, hey there, Big Z. So I'm going to be reading your second question first because I'm going to make it the title of this video. If you were a producer with an unlimited budget, who would you cast to play the S-Class heroes and Saitama in the One Punch Man movie? Feel free to toss a list on the screen. I'm curious who you got here. So here's what I got, and it was a little difficult because like all these actors don't immediately come to my mind, but and also I'm limited in my knowledge of like who's popping right now because it was like difficult to find like younger actors. Like a lot of established people that we already know are kind of like older than what these characters would be because a lot of these characters are like 25 or something like that. But anyway, Saitama, I think Ezra Miller would be a pretty cool Saitama, and I know that he's goofy in the Justice League movie, but I think he can tone it down to be the more somber, Saitama the way that he is, but still keep it comical, and then, shave his head, of course. And I know that he's into hot water right now, but I don't think he's been canceled yet, so he might still be available. Blast, Henry Cavill, I think you obviously know why I'm picking him. Tatsumaki, Summer Rae, we would just have to teach Summer Rae how to act. But as long as we can do that, everything else is spot on. Put a wig on her. Her body is pretty much identical to Tatsumaki's. I also want to trademark that. Summer Rae or Tatsumaki is Psychic Summer Rae. So there you go. Silverfang, J.K. Simmons. I mean, come on. Commissioner Gordon, J.J. Jonason. Atomic Samurai, Adam Driver. I think that works, right? Just grow his hair a little bit more. Child Emperor, Jacob Tremblay, he's the little kid from the Room movie, not The Room, just Room, and then the Good Boys movie. I think he's perfect for Child Emperor, looks just like him. Metal Knight, Larry David, because why not? King, Chris Evans, yeah, that's right, Chris Evans. I want him to play King in the One Punch Man movie. It does work, don't question it. Zombie Man, James McAvoy, I think that's perfect. Drive Knight, it could be whoever, it doesn't matter. Pig God, Bobby Moynihan. Give him a fat suit or something. I think he would make a good Pig God. Super Alley Darkshine, Cedric McMillan. So Cedric McMillan is a professional bodybuilder who actually looks like Darkshine. People just throw around like, oh, this big black bodybuilder looks like Darkshine. But no, you really got to look at the symmetry and the way that the physique looks. It's definitely Cedric McMillan. It's not Ronnie Coleman. Watchdog Man, Elijah Wood. I think that works. Flashy Flash, this is a little difficult, so I got this French actor, Gaspard Ulliel, however you say his name. Genos, Cameron Monaghan, the guy who plays the Joker on Gotham. Genos. No, I'm sorry, I already said Jen. Dank Top Master, Channing Tatum. Come on. One of my favorite actors. I think he'd be perfect for him. Metal Bat, Tom Holland, Spider-Man, where you get to see like the more edgier side of Tom Holland's performance. And then Puri Prisoner, Billy Eichner. Just give him a steroid cycle and he would fit right in there. So I just want to say I've also been loving your crossovers with other battle anime YouTubers. I subbed to Turtle Quirk because of you. Hey, that's awesome. Turtle Quirk's my boy. I'm glad that you're subbing to him. He's definitely the future of this battle anime game. So what other anime YouTubers should you check out? Check out Truth Hero as well. He's my other boy. Also another My Hero YouTuber. And then another YouTuber that I really like is Brago D-Ace. He does One Piece stuff. He's like one of the very few credible One Piece YouTubers in my opinion, and I think he makes good content. And then other than that, check out the One Punch Man podcast. We've got like 7 people on there, all smaller creators, but definitely give them a check. Acoustic asks, hey man, when Atomic Samurai says he will restart his training from the very start, do you think he will actually learn how to pass between the gap between cells? Cheers. So yes, maybe. I do think that he's definitely going to do some training. I mean, he said it himself that he would. King kind of lit a fire under him because he even said it himself, like, I'm still a youngling in this game, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. It's like, it's been such a long time since I've, faced such, he says that he's a young chick. So yeah, he's definitely going to go undergo some training off panel, I assume, for now. And when he comes back, I mean, I'm sure he'll be a lot stronger. I'm not sure how much time has passed since then. Not very long, maybe like a couple days. Currently in the webcomic. But when he comes back into the Neo Heroes arc, which I assume that he will, because, we're going to have a alleged civil war, he'll be stronger, and maybe passing between the gaps and cells is like the Focus Atomic slash equivalent in the webcomic, possibly. Like, maybe that will be the justification for his future power-up. Geruda asks, hey, Shonen, which S-Class heroes do you believe still have growth left? Do you think they've reached the peak of their power? Thanks. So, definitely Tank Top Master, Genos, Puri Puri Prisoner, and possibly Flashy Flash. I mean, there are others, of course, don't get me wrong, but those are the ones that really stick out in my mind who have some growth to come. And Atomic Samurai, too, he's going to go undergo some training. But the ones who have for sure reached their peak is Bang, Blast, and maybe even Tatsumaki, possibly. Because Tatsumaki, I mean, could you really imagine her being any stronger than she actually is right now? And she was already blessed inherently with that crazy potential. And then it's implied that she's trained like hardcore to, stack onto that power. So she might be at her limit. But the ones that I would definitely focus on right now are Tank Top Master. He is coming strong in the future with a big power up. I am banking on that. Going to come out with a future video on that subject. And then Genos, of course, he's always improving and very likely will until the end of the series. And I mean, those are the two ones to look out for now. Gits and Shiggles asks, brand spanking new patron here. One Punch Man is my favorite things in general. I love your content. Gives you something to snack on in between the chapter gaps. Love your stuff, man. Hey, thank you so much, Gits. Who do you think would win in a fight, MCU, Scarlet Witch, or Fubuki? So, Gits, I don't know if you are into the webcomic yet. I'm always worried, because usually the patrons are into the webcomic, so I don't, have to worry about spoiling. But with you, I'm unsure. Let me know on the next question, because I can get more into Fubuki's power because of her future feats and stuff like that. But I'll say that even webcomic feats Fubuki still doesn't have a chance against Scarlet Witch. Now, Fubuki's not weak. I mean, she's really strong. She could easily be an A-class hero, maybe even an S-class hero. But Scarlet Witch, even in the MCU, and I'm unaware, and I know that in the comics she's ridiculous, multiple variations of her, but MCU would still be way too much for Fubuki. I think her feats are way better. Like you said, going against Thanos. Also, the stuff that she did in Age of Ultron, Civil War. She's absurdly powerful. She would easily be a dragon. And her powers aren't really Esper. They're coming from the Mind Stone, I think. So Fubuki really wouldn't have a chance against her. Kappa Megistus asks, do you agree that Gecko is a useless quirk? So I don't think it's completely useless. It's definitely one of the weaker quirks. There's no doubt about that. And Spinner has really yet to do anything of significance. And I thought that his moment was going to come up in the Villain Academia arc, but it didn't. Really surprised by that. I wonder when he is going to get his big moment, but at least he can walk on, cling the walls and stick and stuff like that. And then I'm sure he has some kind of regeneration ability too, because I think that's when I was researching Gecko stuff, like when we found out about his quirk, and I was seeing what other uses his abilities would have, and so far we don't know anything, but I don't think it's completely useless. It does have some merits to it. It's just underwhelming. Legandaryus asks, hey Shonen, do you think Puri Puri Prisoner will be targeted by the Neo heroes for being a prisoner, and who would they send to get him? So this is a great question, Legandaryus, and I'm unsure if they would go after him for this, because they're kind of being hypocritical themselves if they were to do that, because they are sheltering two criminals themselves, or maybe three. I know that the guy A with the glasses, the real mysterious dude who said he's like an A-class killer, he is essentially being held by them. Like, he should, I guess, in theory, be in jail right now, but they're, holding him in asylum, and they're kind of protecting him, as Child Emperor said. So maybe they wouldn't go after Puri Puri Prisoner, but if they did, that would, bring up a good storyline for them being hypocritical in that. And also, Ryumon, the Yakuza looking dude with he's kind of like Puri Puri Prisoner too, in the law regard. So maybe they will, maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. I think they more so have beef with the whole My Mask thing rather than Puri Puri Prisoner. But if they were to send somebody after Puri Puri Prisoner, I don't think they would send their strongest dude. Maybe like a mid-level guy, because Puri is usually the one who jobs to others. So it would be like, I don't know, maybe Ryumon, actually. Maybe they would send Ryumon, and then we would get a good understanding of how strong he is. Proasek, however you say your name, asks, on to the question, robots don't come cheap, especially when they're carrying experimental equipment. Where do you reckon Dr. Bufoy gets his funding? And there's no way the Hero Association could back that man's ambitions, especially whilst funding the activities of so many other heroes. So yeah, I don't think the Hero Association is funding him completely. I'm sure they give him some funding. I mean, I think that's fair to assume. But as for everything else, I mean, you got to assume that either he's getting like mad grants from multiple sources because of how significant his technology is, and maybe he's supplying them, or maybe he's developed his own proprietary technology for mass use, of course, not just his own. Of course, that goes without saying that it's proprietary, but maybe he's, I don't know, has like some kind of manufacturing plan, or maybe he's like, I don't know, some kind of Elon Musk type individual, or he's just, I don't know, has like the market cornered on robotics and technology and stuff, and maybe that's how he's just funneling in like billions and billions of dollars because he has like his own enterprise possibly. I mean, we can only assume, but it has to be something like that. Like his operation, the amount that he has, the product that he can push and build, I mean, it's billions on billions of dollars. So the money's definitely got to be coming from somewhere, and I doubt it's coming from the investors in the Euro Association. Steven asks, Suchal Che, dude, I expected 99 developments, but this ain't one. The real tank top was the friends we made along the way. Yep, you're absolutely right. That's what is the narrative here. When it's all over, will Metalbat join the others in calling for Agaro's execution? Keep up the good work, dude. Hey, thank you, Steven. This is a great question, and I'm thinking that if Metalbat is there at the end, which I hope that he is, I think that Metalbat actually might be on the side of not wanting to execute him. I don't get the feeling that Metalbat is that bloodthirsty as the rest of them. And I'm not saying that that makes them wrong for doing that. I mean, there's good arguments for Garo straight to be executed right there. I mean, Child Emperor, My Mask, and Zombie Man all make great points, but I still think Metalbat would be like, no, you know, or something. Maybe in his own way, he would get the point across of saying that like we're no different than monsters or something if we take him out, something like that. Or he would just boil it down to, you know, I don't want to take him out because I want to fight him again in the future or something, or or some kind of justification as to where him going away would be better, or maybe he'll learn from his mistakes or something. I just don't get the impression that Metalbat would be down to execute Garo at that point. Susan A asks, hey Shonen, what do you think would have happened if Neon was replaced by the Speedster duos Hellfire and Gale for all the battle scenes? So I think that Puri Puri Prisoner would be close to death. I mean, I don't think he would die according to the story, you know, canonically, but he would definitely be wrecked way more if he were to go against Hellfire Gale than Neon, because, you know, he's got two dragons, of course, and Neon, of course, had that weird inherent weakness to Puri Puri Prisoner, so he would get wrecked pretty bad, and he would need saving way before Garo came in. And then as for Drive Knight, I think Drive Knight would still defeat them. He's that powerful, I think so. Maybe it would be slightly more difficult considering that he's dealing with two individuals, but nonetheless, he would take them down and then maybe not kill them, or maybe try to kill them, or maybe he would do the same thing with Neon. Just take them away and then modify them and add them to members of the organization. That would be pretty cool, actually. Too White for this asks, sup, Captain? I was wondering, what are your thoughts on X-Drake's role in the climactic battle could be? Who is he fighting and does it make it out alive? I dare say in the One Piece, pun intended. Plus, if I'm remembering right, he's still working as a double agent for the Marines, so it should be interesting. Yes, he definitely is. He is a member of SWORD, which are like the double agents in that world, and it's pretty cool. So as for who he's going to fight, I have no idea. It's so hard to pick the final opponents for Oda's battles, because like even currently I'm rewatching Dressrosa, and like the lead up to the final battle there's really no way for you to guess like what the final matchups are going to be. It just kind of randomly happens, and I'm thinking the same thing's going to happen in Wano. So like X-Drake, I mean, he's obviously going to fight somebody super powerful. He was kind of just scaled to near like top 3 Yonko commander level. Like he's like all-star candidate level, which is absurd in strength. Obviously anyone close to Jack or Queen is, you know, super powerful, just as powerful as like Luffy or Zoro. I'm not saying on that level, but just as, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to fight someone at the top of the power scale in the war that's not like a Yonko or something, and I do think he's going to make it out. I think that all of the supernovas are going to survive until the very last arc. They're all going to be there at Raftel, in my opinion. So X-Drake, I think he's going to make it. So that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Once again, I want to thank all 128 of my great, awesome patrons, guys. I can't thank you enough. And to everyone else listening, if you would like to be in next week's Q&A, simply check out the Patreon. The $5 tier will give you access to this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.